I played with Navi over the BRB, and now she's all riled up, so she might, like, be screaming in the background a little bit because she wants me to play more. But I've done what I must for you. Oh, my leg! She bit my leg. It's like a little love nibble. It's okay. I think, okay, so I think, yeah, she is doing the Navi thing. Here, do you want to say hi? No, I'm moving, therefore you're running to where you want to play. Yes. It's Navi. It's Navi. It's Navi. It's Navi. You're a good kitty cat. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like go out into the wilderness somewhere and just like try out some of the actions I have so I understand what's going on with Dark Knight. And I might do that for a little bit, and then I'll switch back to Black Mage, continue the story, and I'll just continue picking up random. Yeah, I know. You're so aggrieved, you're so wronged. And I'll continue the story, and then I'll just switch back to Dark Knight every now and then and try out some other stuff. And I'll probably, like, before next time I play, I'll try and level it up a bit more off-stream to the point where I can do stuff in the story with it. But for now, let me teleport somewhere that I think I could probably, like, fight some things and it not be too overwhelming, but also not totally underleveled. Yeah, I don't remember the, like, average, like, levels of enemies. I need to, like, go take a peek real quick and see what's out there. Like, what's that? Like, I'm 30, and you were 37. That's pushing it. Pushing it, isn't it? 37. Let's just find one enemy that's not near anything else and see how it goes. 38, that's even higher. Let's just see what happens. I might die. I might have to run away. I hit you with that. And then I hit you with that. I want to use Rampart. I used Siphon Strike, so now I want to use Soul Eater. We have Low Blow. Provoke. Does unaspected damage. Can interrupt your action. Yeah, we need to run away. Oh, oh my god, okay, the camera works different. I couldn't run away because the camera works different. I was like circling it. I was like strafing around the enemy in a weird way I didn't understand. I was like strafing the enemy in a way that didn't make sense to me. It's got a good, like, meaty feeling to it when you strike. You get the meat feel that you don't get from magic attacks. Okay, let me go somewhere else that might be, like, maybe... It's kind of hard to pinpoint a place that's gonna have a good level, right? Camera shouldn't work differently. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. That was kind of interesting. Hi, Navi. Are you behind my monitor, trying to paw under the monitor to get my attention? Hi. There's a button that does a weird lock-on. Oh yeah, what? I don't even know. I should have asked this like a million years ago. What? It's Finn's character in this game. I haven't seen Finn play. Like, what class and race and everything? Level 49. That's even worse. I might figure it out on my own time. Maybe we'll go down here. Oh, but what is... Okay, so what does the red crystal mean exactly? When your crystal is activated as a tank, what does it mean? It's like, I'm not in battle right now, but it's like glowing. Started paladin, swapped to samurai. Level 8. Now that's way under. Now that's way too low. How do I get a balance? Ah! Don't claw the chair. You little baby. Navi. I know, you want to play so bad. You want to play so bad. Yes. Hi. That's grit or your tank mode. Some mechanics require you to not be in tank mode so you can switch it off. You just click it to switch it off. I don't know how you switch it off. You should always have grid on for the foreseeable future. Is it like things that grot? Are the things that require you to have it off like later level things? Target is not in range. Don't like that. Always activate grot. Remember to activate grot. You have a grot button. I found the grot button. So that's rarely going to be used then. So we'll put that over there. Activate garrote. Oh, okay. That's when you specifically want to release aggro for whatever reason. Okay. Yeah, apparently Finn checked in at some point and I was like officially ahead of where they are in the game. So had to leave. But I need to message them about it. We're gonna try. I want to offer, like, you know, if you're streaming the game and you want to do story stuff, I can try and sync up with you, type of thing. Equip. Ink partner in raids trials. The Lord Commander said you would come, Rugo. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. They decided to do more of the game offline. Yeah. Navi, what are you doing? Meow? Meow? Navi. Particular events or finales being a combo could be a fine deal. Yeah. America wanted to assemble, which would endure long after the conference is concluded. I think you will be pleased with the result. It was not my war, but I made it mine. And to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired. One of my big problems with reading character dialogue is I'm getting the inflections all wrong. You must be tired from your journey. Go rest, I will not keep you. Grins. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest, make your presence known to people, and so forth. In addition to those who have come far and wide to attend the ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorial and Emma, who have... Artorial, and Artie and Emma, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. I'm glad that the rumors were true. Well met, Master Ishigi, and fear not, I have no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that our convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may have passed directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravinian ambassador to a peace conference. Quite bad. That would be quite bad. Lowborn youth. Why am I assuming that? He's got a good coat. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emeric was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it by the fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. So optimistic. Voice acting hard. Bloody yeah. I would say I already yeah, first and last name Lowborn Youth. First name Lowborn, last name Youth. I already respected voice actors. I've always respected that as a profession, but like reading all this dialogue and having no clue how to do it it gives me like even more appreciation for how difficult that actually is. Like, I'm worried that I'm not even going to be able to read, like, I don't know, the Boxcar Children or Junie B. Jones or whatever to a kid in the future and, like, be able to pull off a convincing performance. Don't misunderstand. We've got a healthy fear of being bathed in a dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our great efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to reconciliation comes to a great relief. I will say, though, I'm not even, like, trying to act because I feel like it'd be, like, a totally embarrassing flop if I had tried to, like, give everyone a voice and act. Here, I'm mostly, for the most part, just simply reading the dialogue. And I think there is, a distinguishment there. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? You told me that... You see, like, I just, like, read the sentence. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? Not knowing that it was, like... How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? Like, a statement about... You don't know what you're reading until you've already read it. That's what practice is. Yet here we are preparing to make a fantasy reality. Here I am laboring to make it so. Lord Artorial, if I may. Certainly, First Commander, how may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravinians bound for Falcon's Nest. Here you take me, they would defy Sir Ermic's commands if they dare attack Vidofnir. It will not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us, were a Lord of House Forton present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Emma while I am away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I wonder why. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, likely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, while he was taking no interest, I fear he may abandon his post in my presence. All I ask is you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Please look after my baby brother. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Emma? Emma? Look how he's standing. Look at his contrapposto. You're so cool, Emma. I'm rather busy at the moment, old boy. Guarding this tavern, as it were. What a stance. I see now, the Artorial thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves, so no. Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right. There, those are the points. Our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old boy. Come, Honorboy, I must return to my rounds. He's like, you do it. Oh dear, do be careful, my lord. What do you think of contrapposto? I'm asking your opinion. Like, when you stand at an angle like that with, like, maybe one leg crossed over. Because I've done that. I do that quite often, actually, because I find it more comfortable. But I feel like I've learned recently that people assume you're doing that as, like, an attitude thing, right? And I don't want to, like, give off some weird impression I'm not intending to. But, like, I think one of my legs is literally longer than the other a little bit, and it's just easier to do that sometimes. Are we fighting? Oh, I need to change it back to not shared. You do that unconsciously all the time. Okay. Yeah, I think it's like a normal thing, right? It's one of those things that I thought was normal, but then people started commenting on it, and I was like, oh, now I'm self-conscious. As is everything. Okay, shared hotbar. It's under character, not system configuration. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to reassign, because it's shared, I'm gonna have to reassign it for BLM stuff specifically. I'll do that later. I have been told it makes me look passive-aggressive or extra gay, depending on the context. Automod wanted to hold extra gay. Synmyn used /add permitted term extra gay. You're allowed to say extra gay here. One message, hold the gay. There's so many, like, little things like that where it's like, someone will comment on it and it just destroys me because it's like, oh, I thought this was just a normal thing everyone did, or no one cared about this and no one was thinking about it, but now you're thinking about it and I know you're thinking about it and you commented on it, so now I'm thinking about it and I don't want to be thinking about it. Because now I'm thinking about you're thinking about it. And this basically describes everything I've ever done in my life. How did these get mixed up? Wait, these got really mixed up, didn't they? Wait, no, it's just on the wrong one. I just realized that this is not the MSQ quest for the wolf, killing the wolves. This is like a random, fate for killing the wolves, but I guess we're already in, so. Someone in community college hit me with, "Why do you do that?" and did not specify, and I felt myself shrivel up like a raisin. Yeah, because that could be anything, right? That could be literally anything. That's psychological torture. Why do you do, you know, that? That thing you do, you know the one. Why do you do it? I'm dying. Do I have items? Do I have a potion? I used a very expensive potion just now. I think it'd bequeath me here to... Oh, I died. Yeah, whatever. Blah. I like when he goes blah. So that was not the quest I was supposed to be doing. Some Disney Channel shit. Yeah, that is like a... It's like a plot to like... I don't know, Even Stevens or something. Someone says that at the beginning of the episode, and then the character spends the rest of the episode overanalyzing every little thing they do. And by the end of the episode, they're acting like a completely different person, and it's very bizarre. In like middle school and early high school, I got hit with, "Why are you like that?" a couple times, and I think like the effects of that are still like hitting me to this day. Why are you like that? Some like 14-year-old hitting me with an ancient hex that won't dispel for years. You gotta change the inflection to make yourself seem strange and exciting. So instead of, "Why are you like that?" it's like, "Why are you like that?" Why are you like that? Why are you like that? You know? Cause then all of a sudden you're not like a freak of nature doing some bizarre monkey dance. You've got some je ne sais quoi to you. There's some like unaccountable X factor that they can't pinpoint, and they want to know what it is. In parentheses, and how can I be like that too? Instead of, "Why do you have so much Laffy Taffy in your mouth?" it's, "Why do you have so much Laffy Taffy in your mouth?" In parentheses, and how can I fit that much in my mouth? Wolfsbane, it pleases me to inform you I have completed my rounds and all's well in Falcon's Nest. There was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made that arsonist confess? Clever, that. Thancred, was it? He was after you. Anyway, I noticed the garish weapon he was sporting. It deemed a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. Oh, Mason, the game that ended last night. So you said, I don't remember if I even read your message or not, or if I just, like, received it. No, I will not explain. You said you made quota, but then your game crashed? Was that it? And then something else happened? Power went out literally before we finished. Like, as you were, like, on the day you were selling the stuff. So, like, you still have all the stuff, but it's not sold. Why did your power go out? Was it storming last night? Fancy meeting you here, Ryugo. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest, then, and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. Yeah, we're hitting a little bit of the, like, we're gonna waste your time a little bit now. Now that we're back on, like, the post-Heavensward stuff. Where it's like, go find this character, I sent him here, and then you go talk to him, and he's like, let's go back there, where you just were. And it's like we made an expansion, but now we have to come up with content, X amount of hours worth of content, somehow, before the next one. It's fine, though, it's still not nearly as bad as A Realm Reborn. A Realm Reborn was not bad, I'm just saying that, like, it was egregious in some regards. I'm tripping over my words a lot today, I'm, like, trying to talk too fast. Probably a squirrel in the Transformer again. Another mouse dealing with forces beyond his comprehension. Erased in an instant. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them, comrades in arms, you were united at last. By your selfless sacrifice, you have guaranteed the safety of many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is not left to do but enjoy a well-earned respite. Max potion. Oh, and this should, of course, go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes. A Torel wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of this barracks has been converted to a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Ryugo. I will join you anon. Quest is to go eat. Go eat something.
Seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
Oh, maybe we'll have like an actual little moment here.
Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks.
And I don't mean your face.
Longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting.
And it's all thanks to you, Mr. Main Character, you.
When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
Are you okay with that? Oh, She poisoned me. She's like, my husband died fighting the dragons. I don't like the dragons. They killed my husband. This is your fault. My husband died fighting a war. How dare you strive for peace? That means the war was in vain. Therefore, we should have more war. Ah, I'm a stupid character. I'm presuming a lot. Who knows? Maybe you're more complex than that.
This was never your fight. My son. They told me he walks in Halone's halls.
Starting before 9 again.
And the rest of his unit.
Listen, according to the wiki, I am only 41% through the main story still, so if I'm gonna have any shot at getting to Dawn Trail, I gotta start at like 5 a.m.
They told me the same. I expect they think it's comforting.
I'm picking up Dark Knight, is my secondary class.
Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse.
I am enjoying the game, yes. But they are doing, because it is the post-expansion quests now, between expansions, failure, it is doing a bit of the, like, we're adding some fluff, it feels like.
Yet that is what they would have us do.
I think that's just gonna be how it is, though.
For the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future.
They all died in vain, they did. And that pisses me off. Me son died.
Future. My flesh.
Me son died in the war, and they ended the war, and that makes me mad. Because that would imply the war was unnecessary, my son's death was in vain, and I don't want to deal with that. Ah! Dark Knight is one of the best stories in the game. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's amazing.
We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness. Cowards, a lot of them. They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
I won't sleep until 50 more people have died to take down the stupid dragon. Yeah, I know. I'm joshing with you.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
Hardened man.
But what can we do?
You can barely contain it.
They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds.
The war must continue.
Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be
And pitching man.
forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen. They will remember remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
I have no sympathy for these characters. I hate them. Bloody minging.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping. Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
She didn't do a very good job poisoning us, did she? Why is Thancred covering one eye now?
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Trevarnians.
Trevarnians?
Peace they promise is
You put it like an R in there. There's no... She put an extra R in there. She was like Dravarnians. Remember when Y'shtola blew up the tunnel? Well, I know he got like teleported and he was in the Aether and that changed Y'shtola's eyes and it changed one of his eyes, but I don't know why he's hiding it. Because he already revealed the eye to the Lalafell. Because he's mysterious. Because it looks cool, that's why.
Torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones show no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood born injustice. Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it and strike back.
Really, really hate this. Really hate this.
Stand around gulping? Do something, man! Yes, my lord.
It's like one of the most infuriating positions a character can take. And now they have a martyr.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang.
The Highborn.
Death by nobleman's command.
Not right now.
To all we hold dear.
Not right now.
I speak
Maybe tomorrow.
choices, noblemen. You will take no more from me. No more. No more.
Oh, the bloody Highborns, they're killing us!
What have you done?
All because we want the war to continue.
I only did as you ordered, my lord. I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Emma becomes one of the best characters. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, he already was. He's really fun. I mean, I get that he's supposed to be kind of an annoying brat at this point, but, like, I enjoy that type of character in contrast to everyone being super serious. All I'm saying is give war a chance. They did, and it didn't work, and that's why all these people died, and now they don't want those deaths to be in vain, so they want the war to continue because they're stupid, stupid, stupid people. Maybe it's good, no, it's not good that she was shot. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the First Commander and Lord Artorial are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, not will be done. Lord Emma has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. I'm sure no one will stab you. He is baby. We get like 2 bratty babies. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The surgeons tend to our bruises afterwards. The mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? Someone upstairs? Yeah. I enjoy that type of character. Honestly, the other thing is, like, a lot of the characters that are introduced in this game, I do like them, but it seems like they're already coming from a place where they don't need that much growth. Like, a lot of them feel kind of already self-actualized to some degree. There aren't many characters where it's like, oh, I want them to grow. Like, I want them to change a little bit, and I can see it happening. And he's one of them, and that potential is attractive as a, like, character quality. Nothing personal. Eorsi is getting a little too peaceful. I think other people's sons should die too, not just mine. I heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have a run of Falcon's Nest? Well, him and Sarah Merrick take their bloody change and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Oh my fucking... The brain rot on these people. But the like, infuriating part is, like... It's actually like that. There's people who actually think like that. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were a dagger in my heart. Who were we to decide enough is enough, that their calls for justice can never be answered? This will be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I ever can. Nothing personally, Orsi's getting a little too peaceful. Good old days after a realm reborn. Back when a dragon could just kick a Lalafell across the football field, no one would bat an eye. Not yet ready. Well, what say you? The violence is past, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears no innocents were harmed by the guards. Except, I guess, for the woman who got shot in the heart. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. I don't disagree with you, but it's weird that you're saying it. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester. One whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Okay, but you know why that's stupid, right? Dark. Hellfire guillotine. Lord Artorial and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business is to speak with Lord Emma, and I somehow doubt he has moved in Ilm since we last saw him. I mean, I guess Thancred was like a bit of a bratty baby until he got stuck in the juice for a long time, and now he's like, oh, I've seen the fucking war. Are you 2 3.5 yet? Let me check. No, I'm on 3.2. I'm like just looking at the list of post Heavensward main scenario quests. 3.2 is by far the longest. The rest of them are like way shorter. Like 3.3 and 3.4 are like half the length of 3.2. 3.5 is a dungeon you want to be there for. Okay. I'll like if like I'm playing 3.5 and you're not on, I'll message you or something. Or I'll let you know when I finish 3.4, that way you know that next time. My apologies, Ryugo, I bear responsibility for this debacle. There will be a time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we do now? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emma ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well. By the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The surgeons are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. I refuse to say this word. I'm just going to say surgeons. I've tried, I've given up, I don't like it, I'm going to say surgeons. Given their impeccable timing, it is the like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. If the mood of the hamlet is any indication, it appears theirs has been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them? I see. You gotta go to the gym? Stop! Okay, but you better come back. Bye. Sir Merrick placed his trust in me. It may be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, Bruce Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we will do it again. If we can find a means to remind them, to show them once more that promise can hold change for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. Yeah, you got work. Busy person. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Merrick's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Ryugo, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Yes. Get up, Emma. You're going with him. Go on without me. I'm so sad now. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? I like his little cowlick. Yes, my lord. Oh, I forgot he got promoted to the Lord. I know it's like proper, I know it's expected, I know it's like the formality, but whenever there's like family members, but they have like, one has a position of power over the other and it's like political or in a workplace or something like that, it's always weird to me when I see them, people who formerly had like a first name basis, like now have to use titles between each other. It's very bizarre to me. It's like you can watch the estrangement happening. Oh no, Roy, where was he? Oh, did he get killed? Or is he part of the, like, the Revengers? Chocobo Keep. Where are you? Oh. Hello. You okay?
No! What have they done to you? Onowa! Onowa!
Oh, I didn't even notice before that this is like... He's like literally like a boy, like a young man.
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
I thought he was like just a small adult.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
Whermst art thou homo?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart.
He's not dying, right? He just got beat up.
That poor woman.
He's not like bleeding out.
She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Tiny Tim. No, what?
Calm yourself. The boy will live.
Okay.
But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kyrujin without delay.
I don't care if they taught me how to say the word, I'm still not saying it.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
I don't like that they projected anger onto my character in the situation.
You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Because I'm not angry with him. Okay, maybe now I am a little bit, because that was stupid.
About consequences. You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Yoink.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. To
No.
live with it. I have.
Just learn to be a failure. Everyone's at their best right now. Everyone's like really good right now. All these characters are making me feel really good right now. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice, but the past is the past and there's not to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this, but he... I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Puddle. Tancred's still funny. But maybe a different kind of funny. Hermelbert. You're expected, sir. Pray proceed. We have been expecting you. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Rugo. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. It's rumored that my youngest lacked the judgment. Youngest's lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? It is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. Who dwell so deeply on the war and the revenge it begets, only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder why they were left bereft? For what was the sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought a peace was a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Sir Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it, we needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorifying in their excesses. A difficult path to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies, though they were, did long serve to unite us. Find a new common enemy, like the Asians, or aliens. Fight the aliens. No truth will ever serve us well, I fear, yet we are not without options. All the ninja villages get together in Naruto when the aliens from the moon come. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I thought to delay these exercises until the peace conference, but mayhaps a grand melee would be just a thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies. A united Ishgardian force full of men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nation's finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve the reaffirmation, nay, a redeclaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true, but if we should be defeated, even if we were to hold our own against the cream of three nations, might be presented as a triumph. Are they going to reinvent the Olympics? They're going to invent the Olympics to satisfy people's, bloodlust, I guess? You may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Emma take part in the Grand Melee. By his deeds, he has brought some shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds, I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Rugo, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin arrangements of making the Grand Melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Yeah. We invent the Olympics. So that is their solution. A grand melee to unite the people. In what would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely? And will you oblige them when their proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more?
I will stand for my friends and comrades, not a nation.
A poor choice of words. Thancred will remember this. For friends tried and sure, then. The living and the lost. So for this grand melee of his... Sir Merrick wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch. Yes, I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go see for myself. Love you for Final Fantasy XIV, but I don't think you did a good enough job of absolving the noble of manslaughter, Lamau. When you're telling a story this large, not everything is going to be, you know, handled evenly, let's say. The issue is that the nobleman is a blorbo that people like, so they have to absolve him of manslaughter in a way that's not actually punitive, right? This table looks like an old-fashioned movie ticket. Well met, Ryugo. Have you spoken with Sir Merrick? Yep, just talked to him. I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Merrick would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will go select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most indispensable. Also, I want to clarify. Earlier, I said I was upset that the game projected anger onto my character against Emma in that moment. And I said I wasn't angry at him. It's not that I wasn't angry at him, or that I think he did the wrong thing, or that I didn't think he needed to be, you know, handled for how he handled that situation. It's that I don't think that that's how I would react in that situation. And given how neutral the game tends to be with how your character reacts to things, I'm surprised it was, like, very presumptuous in that moment of, like, oh no, you would react this way, anyone would. Because, like, it seems, during that whole little segment, what was really missing was someone with a level head. So I would not have, in that moment, wanted to contribute to the extremely high tensions by provocatively aggressing Emma. And, like, decking him. It looked like I was about to deck him. After he punched Thancred, it was fair ground to deck him. But the order of operations was wrong there. Thancred has been telling me all about Sir Merrick's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to battle with bleeding professional soldiers. Seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree for choices, though. She's got a good eye. We be fighting too, reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh? I have to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in this loving father's embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search Foundation, you search the pillars. It also seems like they're using this plot point to sort of introduce, like, what's about to be just like a PvP game mechanic or something. Jeweled Crozier. Which is going to contribute to the story feeling a bit clunkier there. Cause I really don't think the prospect of like an Olympic Grand Melee soiree thing is a natural conclusion to there like a political protest where people died. But they need to conclude this like little arc and also have the gameplay element introduced, I think. I carried Honorol to the manor. Our best surgeons are tending to him as we speak. He's yet to awake, but surely he will. Father volunteered me for his grand melee affairs. My beloved family always making my decisions for me. They're projecting anger again. It's not like that, it's just, well, you wouldn't understand, how could you? You're free to be the man you want to be, whereas I'm the son of House Forton. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. They could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it, until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes, but not I. I'm terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I convinced myself I was above it until your friend showed me otherwise. I don't know, I mean, I don't necessarily think you had to interpret it as you're above it. Some people just don't want to be leaders or aren't fit to be leaders, and it's not bad to acknowledge that that's maybe not a trait you have. And if you're forced into that, that's a legitimate personal conflict. You don't have to accept that that's something you have to do. So you see, I cannot meekly bow to my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sarah Merrick and make my own decision. But again, he doesn't really have a choice. He still, like, has these high expectations thrust upon him. I don't know. I've always thought that, being born into a royal family, or something like that, is, you know, in some ways it's a very gifted life. In basically all the ways that matter. But also you're kind of in like a unique hell, probably. I don't know. The plight of the noble. I'm not gonna make that argument, actually. But there is something there, I think. You may enter. I would never sincerely make the argument that, oh my god, the nobles are so aggrieved, but I do think, it probably does suck in some ways to be, like, born there and not have that choice.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Melee? Melee? You mean melee, right?
Proceed. How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people. Lord weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Emanolaine de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
He's like, my son's never spoken like that before.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
It's you! Main character!
An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory, a warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend? One more time.
One more time. Is this the last thing you're ever asking of me?
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Okay. God help me, I think it might be love. I dare say it might be cheating too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. Did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? 'Twas a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician were practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause. But that would be improper. This is their fight and yours, but not mine. Sir Emeric informed me the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment and in sight of the capital. The announcement has been made and the Allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Ryugo. We must not fail. A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against Allied forces outside of Cartano, perhaps. I would not miss this for the world. There he is. I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question. Nothing, never mind. To think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldiery in battle. That I am mere, What if? Oh, what am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell Honorable when he awakes. I am ready, old boy, are you? I guess. By the Fury, how could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it is sudden, but we believe men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Fulton in the battle. Pray do us this honor. During the grand melee, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Okay. Look at all those characters I know.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Uldan, Gridanian, and Liminson forces will be pitted against a company of Ishgardian forces. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with Fury's Gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether. Defeating most combatants will reward you 1. They become high value, 10 points. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, making them more powerful, okay? Defending and defeating them is the key to victory. Okay.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
Oh, are you telling me I have to fight Rebellion? I don't want to fight Rebellion.
All is ready then. Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin.
Okay. It's Pippin! Where's their tether guy? We need to kill their tether guy. There's a lot of noises going on. I'm gonna get you, Pippin. Whereas they don't have a Glorbo right now. I'm trying. Alright, who's it now? I think we're winning. Some of these are kind of silly if you play healer. Yeah. I imagine that's actually a lot more difficult because you can't really control who you want to be attacked at all, right? Did we get him? What? Cyclops? Everyone on your guard? Why is there a Cyclops here? Alright, who brought the Cyclops? This is a very weird patch. 3.2 is weird. Continue the melee, I will deal with him. Why? Why? Daft sod. Form a line on Ryugo now. Now. Hi, Navi. Are you done resting? You want to play again? One-on-one rebound fight? Okay. Very weird thing to be happening right now, but sure. Well met, I will not lie. I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all. Hi. I love you. Can I outdamage him? Yeah, if I was a healer right now and Raban was like, I've been waiting to fight you, that'd be a little weird. Hi, Navi. I think you want to get out of the room. I'll do that in just a second. Oh my god. Hi. You were on the monitor. Do I want to break the swords? I missed one sword. Navi, you are petulant right now. It's all the. It made you want to pick up a combat class going into Shadowbringers with all the weird. It doesn't make sense to me to be a healer right now stuff in the story. I win. I win. Oh! More coffee grounds got into the coffee than I thought.
Did he win? Then we...
Hold that thought, Emma. I'm gonna let the cat out of the room. Yeah. The main thing was them reworking the class I made and actually hitting stuff in a 1v1 with a nice bonus. What was your first class? She's not satisfied. I'm gonna have to play her for more during a BRB.
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard!
Again, I have to just remark on how weird it is they like transitioned from the rebellious political dissension manslaughter plot to the grand melee. Like a very bizarre transition. I like he's got freckles, right? I think he's got freckles.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Gala. Victory, Screech! The idea of just having the biggest brain letting you heal people was interesting. It is interesting.
Magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
I'm so intelligent now, you feel better. Plus a pet healer class was novel.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Rauban.
Rauban?
On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people.
Why'd she say it like that?
Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way.
And you fought a Cyclops for some reason.
Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
You're not supposed to say that. You're breaking the illusion.
Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns.
Concerns.
Make that 2 dozen. Still, as your Stola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time.
day at a time, as Minfilia would have done.
I think I'll stop here for now. Take a BRB, come back with probably Hollow Knight. Be right back.